What's going on, you Okay, that was a bit rude. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, welcome back everyone to another video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 4. We got a new car added into the game, which is this, what I'm driving right now. As you can see, it loves to spin its wheels. And it's stock. It is very stock. And it loves to spin its wheels. So, you already know, look where I am as well. Like, I'm on 4th channel. You already know exactly what's going to happen with this car. This thing just keeps going for days and days and days. Jesus Christ. I legit did not expect this thing to spin its wheels like this. It's got a stupid amount of torque. It's only got around like 470 horsepower, so it's not really that, you know, insane. But like, damn, it's definitely a car that loves to spin its back wheels, which, you know what's happening with this thing. As you can see, I'm already trying to get it to go sideways. It's gonna happen. I love Australian saloons. They are sick. And obviously the youths, which are even more sick, in my opinion. Anyway, we're hopping to the festival. I'm gonna modify this thing. We're gonna give it more power. And we're giving it drift suspension. I mean, this is A-Class. And with A-Class, you saw how easily it spun those rear wheels. Especially with the power that it has now and the amount of torque. Like, 550 newton meters of torque. It weighs 1,845 kilos, so it's very heavy. But it does have an LS in it. But yeah, I think I'm going to get this Holden to be a lot faster than what it is now. I also really like the design of this thing. I think it still looks very good. It has like a weird... The back end just makes it seem like it's the... Like, I don't know. It's sort of reminiscent of the old Holdens. I don't know. Like the Monaro and stuff like that. Even though I know the Monaro is not like, you know, sort of the same as this thing. I know it's a coupe and stuff like that. I know it's not gonna be the same, but still, it's still sort of, you know, there with the design, you know, the bonnet, like, you know, scoops. We're not really scoops, but like the inlets and the bonnet and everything like that. It still looks really good. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, and modify this thing. I think I might keep the standard LS that's in it now. We do have a V10 swap. We could put a Viper V10 in this thing, and we can put a racing V8 in it as well. I'm gonna keep, like I said, a standard engine in this. However, we have to supercharge it. I have to get this thing to be as loud as possible with that supercharger. I don't want a twin turbo. I want to supercharge it. And then obviously I'm going to leave it as rear wheel drive. Those wheels are, again, pretty, I'm going to say iconic, just for the sake of saying it. But they are very Holden, so I'm going to keep those on. They also do look very good, in my opinion. I'm going to probably just put race tire compound on this thing. I'm not 100% sure how much power we can squeeze out of this car with everything that we're going to be doing to it, so I'll just give it the beans pretty much as like the best that I could possibly add on this thing. Oh, we can actually change the standard wheel size. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to change those because they're fine the way they are. I will, however, get this thing to be as wide as possible, especially since after we're going to put drift suspension on it, which I don't really know if we are able to, but I'm just going to say we are able to because I don't see why we shouldn't be. Those front wheels stick out a ton, by the way. Jesus, I just noticed right now. Yeah, we can definitely put drift suspension on it, so we can get it to be much lower, which looks great. And then once they're cambered, they tuck in just nicely at the top. Okay, it looks really good. Looks really good lowered. This is the perfect drift saloon. 1,400 kilos as well for that. Now, after all the engine upgrades, we should get this thing to be even lighter than what it already is. Plus, we get to give it quite a decent amount of power. Again, as much as I usually slap on as much power as I possibly can on some of these cars, I like, you know, upgrading everything to like race spec, but not giving it as much power as possible. So right now we're going to be finishing off this build with 858 horsepower, 914 newton meters of torque, and weighs 1,474 kilos. I think it's good that this thing is on race tires. It is also rear wheel drive, so that's a thing too. What can we do? I actually just want to drive this thing. I honestly couldn't care less about the modification options that we have for this car. I like, you know, that the whole, you know, engine swap and all that stuff is there. What sort of colors we have for this thing? The blue is always the... Ooh, I like that. That's really nice. Yeah, the blue always stands out on this thing, especially with all the yellow accents. The GTS stuff on it as well, even though I did change my brakes because I think they were yellow before, the calipers. This green also looks really good. The yellow also looks really good. I like the bright colors of this thing. The orange... I actually saw one of these in orange before. It's not like boring German cars where it's all just grey, white, silver, and black. You know, those are the only colors for the German saloons. I'm gonna go with the green. It's just more interesting looking, in my opinion. What's the carbon fiber hood look like on this thing? It's actually suits it. Because it actually... Oh, I really like that, actually. Okay, cool. I like it because it sinks into the front bumper. I wish the front bumper was all made out of carbon fiber, but it looks good. With all of that being pretty much the same color. Not bad. And the wheels are like diamond cut style wheels. I'm going to leave those the way they are. Wait, can we change these? We can change if I go to advanced, right? If I go to paint group, we can have the exterior, which I can leave them diamond cut. But then if I go to paint 2, I can have them be like different colors and stuff, right? I don't really want it. I think it looks good in black. Maybe not, let's say, maybe not matte black. Let's change them to like a gloss black. I think they look a little bit better. Yeah. That looks much better. Okay, I'm going to leave that the way it is. Let's just drive this thing. I want to see it spin and waste those rear tires. Just turn them into dust. Come on. As you can see, servers are still ass on this game. Just still bad. I don't know why they haven't updated them. I don't know why I'm still stuck in joining a session. It's really slow. These gear ratios suck already. Oh my god. Wait, whoa. How fast can I go in second gear? What are these gear ratios? I'm doing 120 miles an hour in second gear. Oh my god. What is wrong with these gear ratios? Look how stretched they are. Oh my god. Let's bring those down quite a bit. Not that much. Just fill out that graph, pretty much. 230 miles per hour top speed. We can leave it like that, I guess. But yeah, definitely way too long before. Okay, there we go. This is fast. Like, fast. Not like just, you know, it's... I think we did go with like 315s for our rear wheels, right? And it is on race tires. I just tried to listen to it. That supercharger needs to be a little bit louder. I think for driving uphill, this has just the right amount of power. If we had more power for it, it would be a lot easier. But right now, it's like just the minimum amount of power. To bring it uphill. I think downhill this thing would be an absolute rocket. I don't need it to be very fast. I just need it to grip well. I'll go with the third person when I'm going downhill, but uphill, I'm gonna keep it in first. Because I very rarely drift the first person. And I've had people ask me before, like, why don't I just drift the first person? Also, I know that there will be people asking how am I getting the camera to, like, swivel like this. There is a drift mode option in your camera settings, or in your HUD settings, I think. And you can put drift cam on, or whatever it's called. So, your character pretty much moves his head as you're sliding. Hello, Mustang. This isn't the smoothest run uphill. I'm still trying to get to learn this thing. Bit of a clutch kick there. I think I'm gonna lock the diff with this thing as well, which is one thing that I didn't end up doing. Alright, cool. It's a... It's definitely a lot harder to spin its rear wheels because I gave it like all the power, but I still gave it fat tires on the rear end. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring the PSI of the rear tires quite a bit higher. We'll keep it like that. Even the front ones will do just a tiny bit, but not too much for those. And then for our differential, I'm just gonna go 100 for both acceleration and deceleration. And let's try again. Okay. Okay, downhill, using gravity, little bit easier. It's obviously going to handle different now that I'm going downhill. And then I'm going to be using the power differently as well whilst I'm doing this, so it's not going to be the same as when I went uphill. The tires do seem to break loose a little easier than before. I feel like before there used to be a tiny bit of delay until I got like more into the power band of this thing for my rear tires to break loose when I was going uphill, but I feel like now it's pretty easy. It's like always fully revved out. Again, gravity helps quite a bit with the momentum of it, and the wheel spin is just there. So yeah, this little GTS that wasn't so little when I first got it with 1800 kilos is a fun car to drive. Would you believe that smacking a huge amount of power on a car like this would make it fun to drift? I mean, like I said, even stock was fun. It's like 400 and something horsepower. I always loved, like I said, Australian saloons and the, you know, the Ute versions of them as well. I absolutely loved them. Always did. Because they just make crazy, crazy power. And they just look the part as well. Especially the Utes. They look great. Anyway. Yeah, it's not gonna be some sort of a legend, this thing. Probably with more power, it'll you know, be absolutely ridiculous and even better to drive. If you're gonna do anything, you know, for points or whatever, but if you want a car for a little bit of fun, and that, in my opinion, looks great, I highly recommend you get this new GTS. I mean, it handles and drives pretty much like the newer one that's in the game. But, you know, this one was added now. And I wanted to see what it was like. And it's still just as good. I still wish that the supercharger was a little louder. Well, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you guys very much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And I really do hope that you enjoyed this video of the of this Holden that's just been added to the game that just loves to go sideways and spin those rear wheels. Anyway, I'll leave you guys there for now. I'll see you next time.